G-O-O-D-M-O-R-N-I-N-G. Good morning. Good morning. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Woo! Listen, guys, this morning we had a tornado watch and it was very, very scary. So my thoughts and my prayers to anyone else that has been affected by this today. I know we lost some power in some of our areas, trees down, different things that have been going on. So want to send my thoughts and my prayers out before we get this math morning started on this Monday morning. So thoughts and prayers going out to everyone affected by that, and keep me posted on anything that I can do. If you do have any power outages, I know specifically in the area of Charleston, South Carolina, the Moncks Corner area, a lot of the food places and things have shut down. So I will share anything that I hear on the page for you guys. But it's Monday, it's math day, and I'm here still to help you guys get through these math lessons that you are practicing right now. So what I wanted to start to do too is to give you just a little more information about the type of math problems that I'm going through, specifically the standards that we're focusing on, because as we are helping our children at home, or as the teachers are doing these different lessons, like I want us all to be on the same page and to understand what we're doing and why we're doing it. So today I'm going to be coming from the standard of operations and algebraic thinking. And I'm just mentioning this because I want what we're teaching and what we're doing to make sure that we're doing meaningful work, okay? And work that's actually going to help them when we do transition back into our regular school setting, okay? So, like I mentioned, operations and algebraic thinking is the standard, like this big picture thing that I'm talking about today. But we're going to focus on the smaller piece of add-ins and how they can be added, and how the add-ins can be added in any order, okay? So looking at a problem like this one, where it says Byron has 9 blue crayons, 1 orange crayon, and 4 red crayons. How many crayons does he have in all? So this is one of those pictorial representations of this number, of this word problem, okay? Because I have the pictures here, and these pictures are going to represent my crayons, okay? So when we talk about the add-ins, I have 9, 1, and 4 as my add-ins. So I know that these are the numbers that I'm going to be adding. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to give some information to these boxes, because now right now they're just boxes. But I know I have 9 blue crayons, right? So these objects, I'm just going to write a B, because they're going to represent my blue crayons. Okay, and there are 9 of them. And I have 1 orange crayon. I'm just going to write an O, because that's going to represent my orange crayon. And I have 4 red crayons, and I'm just going to do R's right here, because those are representing my 4 red crayons, okay? So I have 9 blue, 1 orange, and 4 red. So remember, our topic for today is that add-ins can be added in any order. So the first order that I'm going to do with my crayons is I'm going to add the 9 and the 1 first, so that I can make a group of 10. Okay, so 9 plus 1 is equal to 10. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do with those two. I'm going to put those 2 groups together. And then I'm going to add 10 plus 4 equals. Okay, so I'm taking my 10, a group of 10 here. I'm adding it to the 4 to get my sum, because they want to know how many in all. So that is one way that I can add those add-ins together to get to my sum, to get that total. Okay, now I'm going to label these objects. Okay, same problem. I'm just showing how you can add these add-ins in a different way. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have brought my red crayons. So I'm just going to label these as red. And my orange crayon together. So in this one, I have done 4 plus 1. Okay, so I've done 4 plus 1, and that's equal to 5. And on this side, I'm going to add my 9 blue crayons. And let me just double check, because good mathematicians always double check. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, got it. These are my blue crayons. And I'm just labeling them so that I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so 4 plus 1 equals 9. So now I have this 5, right, plus 9. Because I have my 9 blue crayons. This is equal to 14. Okay? There is one correct answer, but there's always more than one way to get to your correct answer. So we have 14 here and 14 here, right? So what we have done is we have added all of these add-ins together. So I've done 9 plus 1 plus 4. Okay? The first time I did it, I decided that I was going to add 9 and 1 together first and then add the 4. The second time I did it, I decided I was going to add 1 and 4 together and then add the 9. But it doesn't matter how you add the add-ins. It can be added in any order. You're going to get to the same answer. Okay, so that's what we are showing. That's what we are trying to get them to understand. That when you have 3 add-ins, it doesn't matter how you add them, you should always get the same answer. Okay, so just one more. If I decided that I was going to do 9 plus 4, which would be equal to 13, and then I did 13 plus 1, which would be equal to 14. Okay, same thing. Got 14 here, got 14 here, and I got 14 here. So it doesn't matter how I add those numbers. As long as I add them correctly, make those groups correctly, I'm going to get the same answer. Okay? So that's what it's about. So adding 2. I made a little note right here. Add 2 add-ins and then the last one. That's what we're focusing on today. Adding those 2 add-ins and then adding that last digit to it to get your answer. Because as you're working through some of these, especially when you're working in the first and the second grade kind of levels, you're going to get word problems that are going to have more than 2 numbers. Sometimes they may have 3, sometimes they may have 4, but when you're adding them, it doesn't matter how you put them together, you should arrive at the same answer if you've added them correctly. And one thing I would suggest, like I did for this first one, if you can make a group of 10, make a group of 10. Okay? Because that's going to help your brain to process and to break down or to add the rest of the numbers to it a little easier. So if you can make 10, I would always suggest that you make 10 first and then you add those other digits to it. Okay? So just a quick little recap. So what I am going to do more often during our math mornings is to actually give you the standard, to give you why is this important, right? Where is this coming from? And I know they're taking away standardized testing. I know they cancel those things for the year, but we still have to know this information, right? We still have to learn. Learning is not canceled, okay? School might be closed, the testing might be, canceled, but learning is not canceled. So we still need to know these things, even though we're not in school, okay? We still got to know these things. So when we're talking about this standard, and when we're talking about how we have to actually think about the numbers, that's what our operations and algebraic thinking, that's just all that's about, okay? How am I thinking about the numbers? And today we talked about add-ins can be added in any order. So if I have 3 numbers I'm adding together, if I have 4 numbers I'm adding together, it doesn't matter what order that I add those numbers in, okay? Now, So we looked at this word problem. Byron has 9 blue crayons, 1 orange crayon, and 4 red crayons. How many crayons does he have in all? So I started with a pictorial representation. What would that look like? I have my blue crayons, I have my orange crayon, I have my red crayons, okay? And then I labeled each thing. Draw those pictures, okay? Please, 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 draw those pictures, okay? So I did my blue crayons, my orange crayon, my red crayons. And then I put them together, the blue and the orange. So I did 9 plus 1, I got 10. And then I added my 4 red crayons, and I got the number 14. Couldn't figure out what 14 was just now. But I got the number 14 right here by doing 10 plus 4. Okay? So then I showed it in a different way, right? Because remember, we're showing things in different ways. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing now. Okay? So then I did my red crayons and my orange crayon, and I got 5 crayons plus 9 blue crayons. Okay? So 5 plus 9 got the same sum of 14. And then I showed you over here how you can add in any order. So then I did 9 plus 4. So I took my blue and my red crayons, put those together, got 13, added that 1 orange crayon, still got the number 14 as my sum. Okay? So it doesn't matter the order of the add-ins as long as you are getting the right sum at the end. Okay? Hope this was helpful for you guys. If you are working on these problems right now, you need to use this as a resource. Please, please, please use it. If you are teaching this concept right now and you just need an extra voice, you just need a helping hand for your students, use this as a resource as well. We will be back live on Friday for Fun Friday. You are continuously in my thoughts and in my prayers. We're going to get through this time together, stronger and better. And I haven't said it in a while, but remember, it's not magic, it's math. And I'll see you guys next time. All right? Praying for you. Love you. See ya, see ya, see ya.